It is time for more Hollow Knight. Oh yes. Hey, welcome in. Congrats on being first, Rosie. Also welcome in, Mona. Kermit. I have no idea who I am, I guess, and I have also not met you here before, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you recognize my face. Otherwise, I have no idea how you know, appeared here, I guess. Anyway, before we continue here. After last stream, I actually practiced a little bit because we are still, you know, in the middle here. Also, my sound is too loud again. Happens all the time. You followed on the 17th of December. You don't remember? Might have been a Breath of the Wild stream. Otherwise, I have no idea. Have to admit. Anyway, welcome in. I hope you are enjoying your day. Anyway. Back to the game. I actually practiced a little bit between streams. I originally wanted to do like Zod until I beat him, right? Because obviously that's currently the biggest challenge. At least like until I feel semi-comfortable in beating him. And so I did just that and fought him a few times and I beat him 6 times in a row and didn't even lose once, so I don't know. Now obviously this was only tuned. I'm guessing Ascended is like slightly harder, so there's probably something there. But hey. Anyway, I will probably continue like this, where I'm doing like a little bit of practice in between streams. It's a little bit more fun in my opinion, than we can just focus on P5 over here. Let's climb up here. But yeah. Anyway. Also, I have like a weird story to talk about. It's just a short one once we start the challenge over here. Right, like, let's start. Anyway, so like today's stream obviously started a little bit later than I wanted to. Mainly because of some weird circumstances. So, during the day at some point I obviously did my workouts. Like I announced that I wanted to keep those up, obviously. And we have like this weird bench that I've been using recently. It's like mostly for sit-ups and stuff. It's like basically like a weird slanted bench, and you can how do I put it? It basically holds your legs in position. You need to get this game, but it looks hard as hell. Well, I recommend if you want to play this game at some point. First of all, it's actually not that hard as it seems. I'm just being stupid right now. Also, this is like a very late game area. Like, this is probably the very last thing anyone would attempt to do in this game. So, you know, if you don't want to get spoiled, I recommend, you know, turning the stream off soon. Not that I don't want people here, obviously. Like, if you are willing to get spoiled, then obviously feel free to stay. But generally, I prefer when people get the chance to play stuff blind, you know. But anyway, where was I in the story? Basically, I did like this workout trainer, it's like basically a slanted bench, so it kind of allows you to lean backwards as far as you want. And still you keep like your legs in position, so you can just do like sit-ups however you want to do them, basically. So, and today I was like, you know what, I've been getting better at this, how about I just lean back further and further. And at some point I reached a point where I was basically putting my head on the floor, but like upside down. And then I was like leaning upwards again, like quickly, you know, as you do with like sit-up. And I did it so fast that I lost my entire sense of balance for like a minute, and I was just feeling sick ever since I actually had to stop the workout. I don't know. It's like, it's so weird. I used to be quite good at like when it came to like balancing and stuff, like or like just orientating myself, you know, my sense of direction in that sense. That's probably a better term in English. I just can't come up with it at the moment. And that kind of got ruined after I had like my first surgery. I don't know why. I'm guessing it was like obviously unrelated to the surgery itself. It was probably just that I was laying around in bed for so long, so I didn't actually get around to tumbling around, I guess, so I just kind of lost my sense of balance for the most part. And so, like, not too long to run, but it doesn't work. You must go home. Well, I hope you enjoy that. And don't worry about it, I appreciate you still hanging out for like just a minute or two. And I hope you enjoy, you know, time at home. Anyway, I have to slap this guy. But yeah, like I kind of just lost my complete sense of balance. And I've been feeling sick ever since, like it's been going on for like over 4 hours. And it's been getting better slowly, but I also haven't really eaten anything today, which is why I had to, you know, snack before stream. Had like a sandwich. So that's mostly fine. But yeah, that was kind of what happened there. It's kind of weird. I did not expect this to be such an issue, but apparently it was. Moving that stuff again, yeah. I think there's probably like a trick I am still not aware of when it comes to this fight. I mean, this seems to be like basically the best way to do this. I just still, I don't know, takes a bit longer than I would like it to. Mainly just because this guy also has like a lot of health for how little you can hit him. I mean, technically I can still use the spells, but hey. Okay, perfect. Could have healed, but I felt like drinking was actually more important. Okay. It's going to be interesting to see if I can actually beat Zor today. Right, like I did some practice, again, like I only did the attuned version, so I don't actually know what the difference is. I'm guessing like the ascended one is probably just like a little bit faster. Ow. Okay, that was on me. Shut up! Also, probably will focus a little bit more today. Like mainly, like I mentioned this before that I had like some ideas for future streams, and this only works once I'm basically at the end of P5, because obviously I've not seen the new version of Radiance, and I would like to include that version into, you know, the bonus stream, but it's kind of hard if I've not seen it yet, and I also don't want to get spoiled in it. I'm assuming like tier list wise it's not going to change a lot, but still, you know. You kind of have to make some plans, which is also why I am, you know, willing to practice in between rounds just to make some progress here. Would be kind of silly if I got stuck on P5 for like a year. Also, I just, you know, I've mentioned this before, like I love this game, obviously. It's been easily my favorite game of the year, but I still want to finish it at some point, you know. To just kind of have it behind me and say that I am done. Because obviously I'm always investing extra time here for those streams, always planning kind of ahead, and I feel kind of bad about like not streaming other games, I guess. Hey, Mr. Defender. I feel like, you know, like I was looking at the listed pixel sent here, and I should probably have that one open on the side, but, you know, about the like bosses, and I feel like I am always forgetting some of them, obviously, right? Like, this is kind of, you know, powerful course, I guess. But I'm more surprised that I'm even forgetting about them after I fought them, basically, right? Like, for example, the White Defender. Have we fought the White Defender in this version? Because I always feel like we haven't. Even though White Defender should have been before Zone, right? I don't know, I'm just terrible when it comes to my memory. Okay, perfect. But yeah, ideally I would like to reach at least the new version of the Pure Vessel today. Because I feel like I will probably get stuck on that one as well, just because I got so stuck on that one for so long during my first attempt. Would be surprised if this just worked out this time around. Oh, jump. So. I still wanna kind of time how long my attempts take, like properly. Obviously, we started here. I'm just gonna assume that we started this attempt at around like 5 minutes into the stream. I'm just gonna try to keep an eye on that. Because obviously, like it's been taking like about 30 minutes at this point. Right, like the whole thing about like having to pay attention for over 30 minutes each time is probably obviously the big challenge. Who would have thought? I feel like none of the bosses here are particularly hard at this point, like at least by their, you know, by their lonesome. But obviously, being here and paying attention for about 30 minutes at a time, it's kind of exhausting. Yeah, Oro. Oh wait, dashing again? How rude. I feel like at this point I should definitely be able to defeat both of them without getting hit. Just because of all the practice I've been getting over the weeks of playing this game. Yeah, I mean it's basically parry. You're doing that move, okay. Almost missed it. That one, it's okay. Did not pay attention to you, I guess. Are you never going to use the spinning move today? Fair enough. Also, I'm kind of slow when it comes to dashing right now. Should have probably... Oh wait, it's this move. Also, I can use this moment to doing something. Okay. Should be fine now. Let's heal, and continue. Also, again, I wanted to open the list. I should probably put that one, like, kind of on the right here. How about that? Yeah, Xero, hate them. Yeah, okay, I have the list. Just in case I need it. Just to mentally prepare. Not that it's really that important, right? Like, I can always just, you know, mentally just be prepared all the time. But it is kind of exhausting, and it's a lot easier if I know whether or not I have to be full life after fight. Also, I'm gonna try this again. Like, I'm not gonna leave this middle platform. Just jump over the blades. And you got more blades. I don't like this. Pushing that one, and perfect. I mean, almost perfect. Good enough. Crystal Guardian should be fine. I mean, let's be honest, Crystal Guardian is definitely like one of the, you know, enjoyable ones where you don't actually have to pay attention that much. Just stand there, hit him. Enjoy your life. See them jump away. Pairing for Soul Master. Did I just not deal damage there? For some reason there wasn't an animation for that one. But yeah, otherwise obviously the people that probably already heard, like most of them, the community server that we played on last year doesn't happen obviously. Which is sad, like the Minecraft one, I should probably specify that. But that does kind of mean that I have free time to do other Minecraft projects if I want to. Like for me, like I really love Minecraft obviously. It's like the reason why I streamed this year, like, or like started streaming to kind of just record the events. And that kind of turned out to be so much fun that I just continued. But I can't really do like a lot of Minecraft, right? There's like a... Okay, I should phrase that differently. I can play like a shitload of Minecraft, but I really hate it if it like it completely absorbs me first of all. I kind of prefer to have kind of a Minecraft phase, right? Like there are some people who have like a 2-week one. I generally can play for like a few months if I really want to, if something's interesting. So, I don't know. Wait a second. What's going on? What's the encoder so? I was lagging. I meant to pause the stream. Instead of the stream recording side. I don't know if I can short browser downloads, but even them. Because songs are off. And it's the first time this happened, so I can actually record it. Why'd the other one like so heavy? Did I just hit them in a perfect angle or something like that? Come on. Okay. Almost worked. Give me... Oh gosh, it's those ones. I'm gonna take a break here. So just quickly, something is off with the encoder and I'm gonna have to fix that. Give me a second, I'm gonna restart stream here as well as the recording. Okay, stream should be running again, I'm just kind of confused there. I don't know what just happened. Either way, I just need to fix something in the background for just a second. That was weird. I don't know, I just got a warning that my encoder was overloading, whatever that means. Either way, I guess I have to do like slight editing to cut that recording together for the VOD? I don't know. I hope it's fixed now. I mean, I don't get the warning. And also like my PC was just like kind of completely running. Like for some reason my bitrate was up to like, I don't know, 30,000, which Twitch doesn't even accept, which is really weird. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. This is like a first in, I guess, the entire history of my streaming career. If you wanna call it that? Okay. That's the first one. Can I even keep the... this one going? Okay, I can. Sisters of Battle. Okay, I probably shouldn't use that move though, it's kind of too slow. Oh wait, I took so much damage there, I didn't even notice. Rip me. Okay, I cannot deserve that for whatever happened in the background. I'm just seriously so confused by that. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, that's like the next step. Doesn't actually matter, we are just going to continue like this. We will hopefully survive this time, a lot longer, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm full of the flow of streaming. I agree, not a new spot. As always, you're so wise and so smart. Unlike me, who's apparently still struggling with those venge flies. After all this time. Obviously. Obviously, I was so short. I should have probably done like one short practice run before I started streaming, I have to say. Like mostly practice-wise, because I feel like something is off. Maybe it's just like the way I sit. Like when I don't recall, actually sit slightly differently. You know, I don't have to sit that upright to actually be on frame. Okay, come on. I really don't like the bench flies. Like after so many tries, mainly just because they're like really annoying with their phases, right? They're just floating around. Yeah, I can sometimes magic them, but they really like going even further up in between. Makes it less fun. Anyway, encoding overloaded. What's up with my PC today? Okay, apparently it fixed itself. I don't know, something is up and I don't know what it is. I might have to look into some settings in between streams, assuming that... So it works now? No idea. I'm just gonna pogo a little bit. Okay, I should not have pogoed, I guess. This is punishment for my hubris. My hubris and pogoing. Should I just seal here? I should probably use this chance to heal. Think about it. I mean, still just Grass Mother. Even if I'm not playing that well, I should probably be able to. Come on. Stop. Yeah, perfect. I have to sit slightly different, I feel like. Okay. Connors complaining about again? I don't know why. Seriously, this is like literally like a first. whether I'm recording or streaming. Normally, like, I have no issues with that. I guess this is just, you know, life at this point. Something's always off. Technology is scary. And it's even more annoying that I can't really check on it, you know, during a timestamp attempt. Anyway, you again. I'm just gonna continue with like this technique. It's probably the best I can use. I could try the spinning one. Oh wait, I completely forgot. I'm not actually getting any invincibility frames or anything like that. We can throw like another spell after them. If I am fast enough with like turning around, I guess. I don't know why I missed that one, but hey. I just really want to, you know, not spend minutes in here. Okay. That worked, I guess. Hey Hornet. How's it even? Shah? Oh. So Shah? How many spells do I need to knock you out? Is it more than 4? Okay, it's more than 4. I thought that there's like maybe like a cool technique where you are knocking her out like 2 or 3 times and you can just spam some spells and it's enough. But I guess it's not so. Anyway, go up. Govington. Ow. Obviously. Oh no, it's me. I'm the guy who hollows. Welcome in, Jumper. How's it, Aben? But yeah, you know, it's the usual stuff here. Did like a workout, then apparently my stream kinda broke and it's still kinda weird. I don't know, I'm currently having some weird issues with my OBS. It's sometimes warning me that my encoder is overloading, which is weird because like the first time I've not changed any settings. So, no, you're not first. Stream has already started quite some time ago. I just had to restart it. But hey, good attempt. Gosh dang it. I don't even know what that means. I barely know what that means. I just know that it's a warning and, you know, it has kind of stopped after I restarted the stream. Also, like, my fans were, like, running at, like, over 100%, or, like, trying to at least, so it was, like, completely all of them. So that's, like, kind of the confusing part, so it's probably just, like, an issue. Probably, like, a Windows update, as always. I'm just gonna blame that. I have, like, no idea what else this could be, so... Gone is the defender. But yeah, basically I had like a fun encounter today as well, where I exercise. Like I talked about this. I have like these the seat I use to basically make sit-ups, where like your legs are kind of put in place, so you can lean backwards a lot more. And I did that, and basically turned upside down. And then, like, while sitting back up again, I just noticed that, like, my sense of balance was, like, completely gone. And I just, you know, have felt sick ever since. I don't know. It used to be a lot better when it came to that stuff. And I guess it is just terrible now. So I kind of had to stop exercising. And then, I don't know, I had, like, a snack. And now I'm here. And otherwise, obviously, but I say obviously, but, like, yesterday I finally finished Chance of Cigar, which was like a really fun game. Recording that stuff and like uploading it. Still have to technically upload like the last episode. and like edit that one. To be fair, I have to still upload like most of them. They're like done. I just have to basically do like the description and stuff. But it was like a really fun game. Apparently it's supposed to only take like 10 hours, took me like 12, mainly because there were like it's a puzzle game about like translating languages. Really fun. Still looking for an editing gig. Depends on what kind of editing. Yeah, but it's like a really fun game. Finished that one, took me like 2 hours longer, mainly because it's like a puzzle game, and I am notoriously bad at noticing certain things, and like at every single one of those puzzles I noticed something really obvious, right? The game was like giving me basically like a ping. Hey, it tells me, hey, there's like something, pick that shit up, and I never picked it up, and every single time I got stuck because of that. That's like the best way to describe where I was struggling, right? I missed something and then finding that place again is then obviously kind of annoying. But yeah, it's like a really fun game. It's like 10 hours-ish. It's like basically like 100% and a regular key is like basically the same as well. Except for like some minor differences. Okay, what am I doing here? I am playing so terribly right now. I'm going to spin. Seriously, how much health do you still have left? I don't know what I did the entire fight. Rip to me. I don't know. I am playing so abysmal today. I don't know, like, the funny thing is I actually practiced between streams. I was like doing really well. And now I'm here, I guess, losing to the easy fights. I don't know, it's just been a weird day. I'm guessing I'm just gonna blame the fact that I was still not really feeling 100% after that workout, you know, issue, I'm gonna call it. Still feeling like a little bit woozy, we're gonna call it that. But yeah. Anyway, that's like basically what I did. Also like the other prep stuff, I still want to prep more Hollow Knight episodes for like the YouTubes. Just to be like even more ahead, and then obviously the next game. That's which I technically have chosen like the next game I'm gonna play there, which is going to be like the blueprints that everyone in that cat has played at this point, or like was really fascinated by. Which is funny because I saw that one as a trailer like 2 or 3 weeks before it came out. Completely forgot about like the release date. And then I started my channel with like another game, so I don't know. Which is kind of funny, like a funny coincidence or like funny timing. But I'm definitely looking forward to finally playing that game. I've somehow managed to avoid like more spoilers. And today I got like a mini spoiler. You know, every single day I don't play that game. I am, you know, more and more in danger of getting spoiled for that game. Which is why I really have to start it at this point. Right, like when I say mini spoiler, I am quite sure that it's a spoiler that's like not that deep, but you know, I still hate it. You know? For Chance of Senna, I really managed to play through the entire game without knowing anything about it. Outside of obviously that's like a game about translating in language. And that made it like so much more interesting in my opinion. But yeah. Also I'm guessing, since you asked about like an editing gig, what's editing? Still the Yakuza game playthrough, or what are you editing? Not that I'm interested in, you know, editing your stuff. I feel like we have a very different style, or like a very different type of videos we're making, so I'm not sure if I could actually do that. Okay, it will be otherwise when you record more. I mean, I don't know, I might have to watch like a few of your videos at some point to see if I could emulate the style if I wanted to. Not that I would, because, you know, I kind of have like limited time apparently. But it would be interesting to do that at some point maybe. Right, like, not just for you, but like in general, like doing some editing and like improving my editing skills. Because obviously like I'm just doing very basic editing in general. Well, yeah. By the way, when are you recording more Outer Wilds? Now that you're here, you know? I'm not asking for myself, obviously just asking for, you know, a friend of a friend and stuff. Whenever you're not tired? Okay. So I'm guessing still in the evening. I guess I'll be there or I'll be square or something like that. You're doing it over edited because you're watching it so often? Yeah. Sunday and Friday, okay. I mean, Friday I have Pathfinder, but I'll be there like 10 PM at the latest, so, you know. I might miss the beginning. But it should be doable, you know. You know, I'm always looking forward to finding like all the Outer Wilds people. You can't imagine anything interesting is going to happen because you're only 2 hours in. I mean, just because you think that nothing interesting has happened doesn't mean that nothing interesting has happened, you know? It's a very unique game in that sense. Yeah, make your noises go up. You have to send. Okay, and also, like, I have a really weird, unrelated story, I guess, right? Like, really, really unrelated. So recently, during one of the... it kind of came up during one of the Tears of the Kingdom streams, right? Like, I really like thinking about, like, the media I consume is probably the best way to describe it. It's like something, like, it's a kind of a skill or, like, a habit I kind of trained after I became an adult, like, mainly, actually, because I was like doing, let's call it like movie nights, or like watching like series with like some friends, and I always had like the you know, the opinion that they never try to pick like normally whenever I watch like a movie or like a series with a friend, I try to pick something where I thought that they would really enjoy it, right? And I also don't really feel like I'm starting this story right, but like let's just go with that, right? Like the main reason why I started basically thinking about why my media I consume was basically because I started watching a lot of shows and TV and whatever with like some friends online during the beginning of like my university life. Mainly because the first semester I basically didn't really do a lot in university due to originally working and then stopping working, but at that point all like the semester had already started for so long that I couldn't actually get more courses in. Right, so I only had like 1 or 2 courses that I was working on, and I had like a lot of free time. So I spent like a lot of time just watching shows basically, and also doing like those watch sessions, I want to call them, with some friends. And I always try to find shows that my friends enjoyed, but they consistently picked shows where I just thought, okay, they just picked that one because they wanted to watch it, or like rewatch it, because we generally like rewatch shows and try to show other people what was interesting. And consistently I felt like people were never picking stuff that I would actually enjoy. They only picked stuff that they wanted to watch basically, right? And that's oftentimes not really aligning, right? Like I have friends who just like different stuff than I do, right? That's like completely normal. And at some point I just decided to basically take out like a notepad, and every single time I watch like shows, or like actively watch shows, not just in the background, I would start writing notes about like my thoughts and feelings about the show basically. And in the beginning those obviously kind of sucked, like the commentary I made, it was basically just like when I thought there was like a joke that was funny, I would write that down or something like that. Something on that level. But like over the time I actually became a little bit better at it. Like I'm not gonna say that I'm like a great movie critic or anything like that, but at least like I am paying attention to like what's happening. And I've been getting better at like kind of figuring out what I like, because obviously I didn't know that before I started that, right? Like obviously you kind of know what you like once you see it, but I never was able to put that one into words before I started the shows, or like doing those little note exercises, I'm gonna call them. And where was I going with the story? Right, like the story basically is that I have started thinking about like the media I consume, like rather thoroughly, because I came up because there was like a moment in Tears of the Kingdom that I still believe that is kind of terrible. Right, like terrible in the sense that I am still kind of confused how that made it into the game. Right, and it's just like 30 minutes of this game, and the game's like, from the looks of it, probably over 100 hours of playtime, right? So it's like not that much, but it's like half an hour, and it's like like half an hour of like mandatory playtime, I'm gonna call it, right? Because it's on the, how do you call it, like the critical path, like the mandatory path for the game progression. And the fact that it's mandatory is actually a part of why I really dislike it, but that's besides the point. And we had like this discussion where basically some of chat told me that you can just have differing opinions, and you know what, that's right. But I feel like it's always a great exercise to think about art from like a perspective that's not just like, how do I put it? Not just interesting for money-making reasons, I'm gonna call it, but actually for like artistic reasons, or like you know, I'm gonna use like artistic reasons loosely. Like when I'm talking about video games, oftentimes it's just, why does something work like that? Why do you feel like that, right? You know, the way art should be viewed, in my opinion, right? Like you should be thinking about, like, if you like a piece of media, you should probably figure out why you like it, and same if you dislike it. And I feel like this is like a really important exercise. And thinking about that, because obviously that I kind of played part of that conversation back in my mind, because I do that every once in a while if it's like something big we talk on stream. Because obviously like I have like 10,000 thoughts that I am not actually able to articulate during live playthroughs. And I was thinking back to a time when I was like, I want to say it was like around 8th grade. And that was the only time I ever was inside of an art museum. Right, like I'm not a big arts guy, or like I never was as a kid, obviously, right? Like kids generally aren't that great in, or like that big into art museums. Who would have thought? And even as an adult, I just never, like even since I started basically thinking about art, I've never really been too interested in visiting an art museum. Actually, less because I have like anything against like watching art in a museum. It's mostly just, seems like a lot of effort, right? And I'm lazy. So basically, this was like the only time in my life where I actually went into one of those museums. And I remember basically nothing of it, except that there was like a tour, I'm gonna call it like a tour guide. It was like probably, I don't actually know what exactly he did in the museum. He worked there, and obviously cared about like the pieces of art in there. A lot more than all the kids did, let's put it like that. And where was I? Basically, right, I had to think about that, because this is like the only thing I really remember about that class trip. Right, like the entire class was there, it was just like a one-day kind of thing. And I remember that literally every single question that we had like in the end, obviously I didn't ask questions because I'm quite an introverted guy, right, like I don't really ask stuff. But like definitely been used to, especially on like the class trip or anything like that. But still, like every single question that I could remember that existed there was basically about how much every single painting was worth. And I really don't, like, I kind of remember like expression of face that I took, because it's such a face of disappointment, obviously, because it was like something that I cared about. Obviously, like you don't work in an art museum if you don't care about art, I'm guessing. At least not in a more art-focused position. I'm gonna call it. I don't really know how I would put it. I can't imagine that somebody just works in an art museum and doesn't care about the art inside. And obviously, like, so disappointed because he obviously can't give answers to like how much money is like a piece of art worth, because obviously most of them aren't actually like on a monetary value worth that much. Most of the money that is made from art basically just comes from the name of the artist, if you think about it. So obviously, but like, I just remember that conversation. It was like, literally, like, we had like 2 hours to ask questions. Like, every single question was basically that. Nobody asked about like stuff he liked or anything like that, or like what he would recommend. It's always just, okay, how much is this painting worth? Like, what's the most expensive painting in here? And like, the students in my class really didn't want to let up, right? That was literally what happened for like 2 hours. I don't know, it just made me think that it's kind of sad, right? We are kind of taught from a very early age that the only thing that matters is basically the monetary value you get. And it's like also something that you see a lot of the time, not just in art itself, but like also with like hobbies, where there's like this hustle culture where everything you do has to make money. You can't just enjoy things outside of that, right? Yeah, poor tour guide, yeah. Basically, that's like how I felt about it. And it's just, if you think about it, it's really sad. And like, I had a lot of art class, right? Like, we had like art class every year, and I actually didn't have to, but like during, okay, I'm gonna die here for some reason. When I was in 12th grade, and like 11th and 12th grade actually, I, like, of my own volition, took an additional class each year. It was like an art class. I don't know why I did it. I literally just enjoyed hanging out there, right? And relaxing, drawing some stuff, listening to music. Never really had like much of an opportunity or reason to do so otherwise. So I kind of enjoyed that, even though that meant that I had not only had to wake up early, but like I technically, okay, rip me, I only had to go to class around like 10 AM or something like that. I don't actually remember which time exactly. And instead I decided to wake up early and go to school at like 8. Wait, it wasn't even, like, actually it was like a 2-hour block of art. Then I had like 2-hour block, like a 2-hour block of break. And then I had like politics like 2 hours later. And I decided to get into school 4 hours early just to draw some stuff, right? And it was like the most passionate I've ever been about art, I guess. And then I decided to not take that grade because there was like one project I just didn't care about, so I decided to... By the way, did I press the button? I probably did press the button, like the death counter button. Yeah, basically just went there because I enjoyed my time there. Hung out with like some people while drawing. And like one project I just said, yeah, like I'm not gonna hand that one in. I have like another art, like you had to take like basically one art-esque class, I'm gonna call it, which was either like theoretical music stuff, it could be the actual art class where we're drawing and stuff, or alternatively, which is what I did, I took basic theater class. It wasn't called theater class, but it was basically theater class. And you know, that's basically where I got my grade from. But it was interesting, I guess. Yeah. Gonna be completely honest, I cannot imagine going, like, waking up early again just to, you know, paint some stuff. I don't know what happened to me though, back in that time. It was just, I don't know. Looking back at it, really crazy decision. I should have just, you know, enjoyed my morning and have not gone to school, because it was literally just for the politics class. And afterwards I had, like, again, 2 hours of break. Because there was just like no course that was happening, and then afterwards 2 hours later I had like PE. So yeah, that was definitely a full day each week. Okay, finally through that one. Also, I still see it like sometimes. I'm guessing it's probably going to be visible in the VOD that the game just lags for some reason. So it's kind of good that I'm not really making progress, so people can just skip that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I might actually stop stream after this attempt, just because of that. I'm gonna have to figure out why that's happening. Might be some like, it can't really be a setting. I have not really changed settings, so... Maybe I also just have to restart my PC again. Right, like I'm actually one of those crazy people who restarts their PC every day. So it shouldn't be that, but, you know. You never know. Can't hurt to check. Yeah, False Knight. False Knight might be my favorite boss in the Soul Arena, just because it's like so easy. You just stand there and slap him. Can't do anything. I think there's like still the second phase that we have to defeat later. Right, like after we finally beat Zod. I think, according to the list. Is that your... oh yeah. I misread that. People who are just putting asleep for weeks, yeah, that's terrible. Also, I still hate that Microsoft had the brilliant idea of basically disabling restarting your PC, right? They have like the whole option where you have like a quick start or whatever they call that, which in my experience isn't even that quick. And you still disable like once you turn press shutdown, all the programs tell you that they are going to close at this point, right? You can't even keep them open. So why do you need a fast restart then? If like all your programs close anyway. I've never understood that. And it's kind of stupid that it's like kind of a hidden setting to turn that one off. So, that for Windows 11, it's been that way since Windows 10 at least. Like you should actually check that. Like clicking the restart button and or like alternatively pressing the shutdown button and then restarting the PC like that. Those are like two different actions in Windows for some reason. I think it's called like fast boot or something like that, and you have to disable that because otherwise, like if you check your task manager, look at the CPU clock or like how long the uptime was. If you have not disabled that, it's probably going to be a few weeks. Because like your PC just doesn't turn off properly. They load like everything into like a file and then read it from there. Like all the states, which again is really stupid because you're not really starting that much quicker. Because like all the programs are closed anyway. I don't know. I just think that the option is really silly and they should have removed that years ago. Which is why IT normally nowadays just asks you to actually press the restart button instead of the shutdown button and then restart like that. But yeah. I just think it's really silly. I think it's in the energy options or something crazy. I always, like every single time I reinstall my PC, I have to check where that is. Because it's not in an intuitive position basically. Come on, go on. You're already in your third phase. Just, you know, fall over. Thanks. That reminds me, I still wanna try, like I have like a laptop obviously. And I will probably try to install Windows 11 on that one soon. Mainly because there's like this one project, and probably are like multiple at this point, where people tried to remove like all the bloatware from Windows 11. I would just want to see how that feels. I will probably do it on my laptop, so I don't actually have to, you know, deal with like reinstalling everything on my main PC. I just have to, you know, sit down and do it at some point. But you know me, I'm kind of lazy. Jump up again. Bye. I'm still so like seriously. I see this warning like every 2 minutes now. I am really unhappy about like what is happening in the background. I might just really have to restart in a second. I say restart in a second, but I will probably just end stream if that doesn't end now, so. You off to bed? Well, I hope you enjoy sleep. Yeah. Like, here's the thing, it's not even my internet. Like, it's the encoder apparently, so it's something, that has something to do with OBS itself. But anyway, I hope you enjoy sleep and stuff, and we will talk to each other later. Now, let's see. I can probably quickly beat Mornek. Kind of feel like I need to learn some... Like I say it as if I'm going to actually look into it, but like some speedrun strats for that? I don't know if there are actually some cool techniques that you can use. Obviously, like the quickest way you can do is probably just stand next to the enemy and slap him a bunch, you know? You know, the thing that I've been doing for quite some time at this point. But I guess it's just not enough sometimes. Come on. Do your slash. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. My reaction time is also kind of off. I don't know. Yeah, so... I just have to use more spells in general. To be fair, I feel like the usual spell, I always forget the name, like the... It's not a Bistring, right? I know, like, obviously not. What's it called now? Okay, now I'm kind of confused that I can't remember the name of the spell, right? Like the shade thingy that we are slinging forward. Still, it seems like a really good option here, just because we're hitting 2 enemies for once. Spin around. Okay, so one of you, you're spinning. So I guess we did chance to hit you. Okay. I mean, you know, the invincibility frames are great, but they're... Gets loaded up if I'm not dodging afterwards. Anyway, doing you again. And this has only been P1. I really like having the recharge here. And they are even nice enough to, you know, not force you to have all of the charms. Because otherwise, you know. I mean, you can always heal at the bench, but you can't get the soul back, obviously, without the... What's it called? Like the blessing? Ah. Come on, get back here. I mean, at least Zero's kind of consistent in their movement. By that I mean they just go to the left and to the right. So relatable, I do that all the time. Come on, can I get like another slap in? I feel like we should be getting close, right? Don't just smack me with the back end of your sword. I was actually close. Good guesstimation, I guess. Here's the Guardian. My favorite, and I obviously get hit. Smack around, okay, enjoy your time here. Perfect. Would be kind of nice to have like the P1 and 2 bosses kind of spread around a little bit more. You know, just to mix it up a little bit. And definitely not just because it's like an easy chance for you to heal. Let's see. You know what? Like originally, I noticed that the bitrate, or like the encoder, had like some issues because I opened the boss list, so I could actually look it up during the fight. But obviously, because I was messing around with OBS, it's now minimized again. Smart. I'm so smart, I guess. Anyway, I guess I don't really have like the chance to tab out to check it out. So I guess we will just live with it. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can probably just hit you like that. Didn't even need the second spell. Perfect. Dang, I feel like the encoder definitely struggling right now. I hope that at least the audio is semi-fine. That's like always the more important thing in my opinion. I can probably fix the rest, kind of. In post. But it really don't. Generally looks anyway. That wasn't actually better consonants. You spin again? I kinda would like to heal. Should probably not deal too much damage down. Okay, I can just see here. You know what? Dealing damage is actually a wise choice now that I think about it. Okay then. Sisters of battle! Here we come. Ah, I want to dodge to the side, but obviously that wasn't the smartest idea. Got some slabs, more slabs. Ouch. Okay, I am getting destroyed here. This might actually be the worst stream of God Helmet I've done since day one, I feel like. When it comes to like progress and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had like less successful days in general, but like this just kind of feels awful. Okay, first one, like slightly. Okay, that was just stupid. Makes it slightly easier though. Okay, my knee. Ah, dang. Could have dodged that had I not paid attention to something else. Would I rather have telepathy or telekinesis? Gonna be completely honest. Telekinesis. I am lazy, I don't like walking around. I would really like to be able to pick up stuff like from range, I guess. Assuming that it's like not extra effort. And I genuinely think that telepathy, like if you're just talking about like mind reading and stuff, I don't know. I do not like that kind of invasion of privacy. I feel like I would never use it because of that. You know? But it might just be me, right? There are some people who would probably use that to do like cool tricks or, I don't know, cheat the system. But, I don't know, there are just some things, like some boundaries, I guess, I would not cross. But hey. It's a classic, you know? It's a classic question and classic conundrum. Which superpower? I think there's some cool superpowers that would probably be useful in real life. Like, obviously the issue with like telepathy is that it's a lot more noticeable. Like, if you're thinking about like our world and there's like only you who has like superpowers, like telepathy is a lot easier to hide. But I don't actually think that you could, outside of scamming people, you know, get a lot of use out of it. Like in day-to-day life, at least. Yay, my favorite move. Try to think about it, like like your telekinetic abilities. Like you would have to hide them, right? Like how would you use those in your everyday life? Obviously, like if you're in your own, like safety of your own home, basically, you could probably use a little bit of that. But I would say it would still be kind of limited. Would have some use cases in like emergency scenarios, I would say, but like I would be worried because I feel like if somebody found out that you have any sort of superpowers, I feel like there would be at least one institute coming after you and trying to figure out what's going on and maybe even trying to get that power for themselves, you know. And obviously same with like telepathy, but I feel like telepathy is a lot easier to hide, right? Like it would seem more like you're great at reading people. For the most part, or like a cheap magic trick. Like there are like a lot of people who already do that, obviously in a more you know, sleight of hand kind of fashion. And I feel like you could probably hide it like that, or like most people wouldn't even believe you. And it's not like you you know, have to announce it to the whole world and like to get anything out of that ability. Right, that's probably like the difference. In that sense, telepathy obviously would be more useful, but I feel like I still wouldn't use it. It's like the main issue. Right, like I don't think I could bring myself to read the mind of other people if I could. Okay. Right, it's like also one of those borders, like I feel like it's something you wouldn't want to cross, and then at some point, like somebody, like how do I put it? I feel like this is like something you wouldn't cross, right? Like you would accept the boundaries of people, but then at some point you might just slip, right? Like feel like there's like this one case and you might say, hey, it's like an excuse for just one time, and then your whole morals are kind of warped, right? Like, I don't know. I'm assuming that this is how it would work. I can't really talk from experience. I never had telepathy, I have to admit. To be sad about that, clearly. But yeah, think that's like always the biggest issue when it comes to like talking about like superpowers, like at least potential ones. Or hypothetical ones, because obviously nobody really can think about it like that, because nobody has superpowers, not just that, but also there's always the issue about like, okay, if you only have like the superpowers, then what? What's going to happen to your real life? Yeah, it sounds like convenient, but you know, people would get suspicious, I guess. At least we've finally made it through P2, you know? Making some progress at least. Perfect. Wouldn't it be nice to have like a list in front of me now where I could think about who's next? Okay, it's just Connector. Connector, I don't think I've actually fought in the solo kind of fight situation yet. Should probably do that soon. Right, like I still wanna at least fight every single boss in the Tune variant. Right, like in the solo fights at some point. Maybe even Ascended. I feel like Ascended should be quite doable after doing P5, but I might actually not do that, you know, on stream. I feel like, again, like after I am done with P5, I will just have like 2 more streams, I'm guessing. And one of them is just going to be finishing the, what's it called, like the journal. That's like definitely something one could do, and seems like easy enough for like a stream. And then obviously I talked about this, the, you know, the hugging tier list, that only makes sense once I have at least seen the new version of the Radiance. Because otherwise that might be a spoiler if I have to look up like an image. Because obviously some enemies change a lot more, and maybe, you know, maybe I'm actually wrong and there isn't actually another Radiance fight. It's actually, you know, I don't know, if fighting the actual king. That would be interesting. Right, but like, just, you know, for my pattern recognition skills, I'm gonna say it's probably just going to be Radiance again. Oh wait, oh. I could get you. For some reason I thought they survived though. Okay then. Grimothy. I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna be nice. No slapping. Ouch. Okay, I should have probably not been nice. Okay, gonna focus for just a moment. Going to use your wonderful fire spells. Almost got myself hit there. That again. Good snaps. Oh wait, it's a fruit face. You'd have to jump here. Oh wait, I completely forgot that you do that actually. It's been so long. Give here a slap. How nice, should probably not use this spell there. I feel it a little bit more. I feel like Grim would definitely be like one of those fights, just because I have so much practice against like Nightmare King Grim, right? Because it took like so long to defeat them. I feel like this could actually be a fight I could see myself doing without getting hit. Right, like all of the moves, while they seem a little bit unfair in the beginning, are actually really fair, I would say. Except when I dash into them, you know, that's obviously unfair. Hit once here. Okay. Fruit face! We do love a good fruit. Like, especially, like, this version obviously is like a lot easier than the Nightmare King version, where the weird fire bats, I wanna call them. They're just flying around, you know, aimlessly. As opposed to like here, where like every single one comes from like the bottom. Oh, actually this one, okay. Anyway, Grimothy, goodbye. And now silly. Anyway. Okay, I can finally actually open the list again. I should probably have that one open. Makes it a lot easier if you think about it. Where is it? Over here? Let me open it. We are here, okay. Watcher Knights, okay. I can work with the Watcher Knights. It shouldn't be a problem, and then Umu. Okay. Oh, I just see that certain people, Pixels, who sent me this list, actually had a spell mistake in there. It's really, you know, I'm just gonna say it here, you know. Shame Pixels for that. Imagine having, being nice and sending stuff to me, and then having a singular spelling mistake in there, and writing a winged nose. I don't know. Still appreciate you, Pixels, okay? I should probably get hit for that, yeah. I deserve it. For talking about spelling mistakes. Spin around, Sonic, you can do it. Look at that shaky screen. Ouch. Q. Is that the last one? No, there's at least one left. Yeah, spin around. I would probably, you know, farm a little bit of soul here. Now I think about it. The next one would be Umu, and oh wait, I should not have read that. That would be annoying to do with like just one health. But I guess I get 6, which is something. That reminds me, like, the Pure Vessel is going to be really annoying when I think about it, because obviously double damage. Right? Was it all attacks, or was it just some attacks that dealt double damage in Pure Vessel? It's been so long. Okay. Come on, Jellies, could you spawn, please? Okay, now you're spawning, right? It's like the animation for that. Yep. Follow me around, it's okay. Perfect. Not quite as perfect, but okay, I guess. Oh. I just seal here, right? Just once. Yeah, summon your friends. Do it. All of them. Save platform. Is the just that stuff? I really don't want to get hit here. Okay, that was... Oh, did work. Obviously intentional. Okay then. Ooh, Winged Nosk. Oh wait, I just realized that the Hot Spring bench still happens, so I'm actually not that worried currently. Okay. Look at that transformation. It's a boo-de-boo. Or disturbing, one or the other. If you was smack and you. Oh, okay. You just do your moves. I'm just not gonna heal here. It's probably not that necessary. Might do it in the one phase, like the one where everything drops from the ceiling. Seems to be like the only time it's even like a decent idea. If even then. Give your smack. Off the smacks. Okay, that's the phase I'm talking about. Here once. I think the rest would be too risky. Also, I don't even feel like I really need to. Oh, I'm gonna use spells again, you know. Feels reasonable. And the Standing Dark seems to at least hit like twice. If I do it right. Ah, that's not really right. You've arrived? You know, just in time. I was just complaining about a spelling mistake you did. In your list you named this boss the Winged Nose. Which, to be fair, I feel like it's a way better name, if you think about it. There's probably a nose in there. Anyway, still appreciate your list, you know? How's Aaron's been? You know? Also, you didn't miss anything. You just missed that stream is for some reason, you know, a bit struggling. There's like something going on my PC. I don't know why. And also, I just died to earlier bosses the whole time, so... which is also why this is probably my last attempt. Look at that! Sage time. Doing that move. Ah. Should have not dodged it incorrectly. I feel like I'm doing this wrong all the time. I mean, obviously. It's not a spin, okay. For some reason, I read all of these moves wrong right now. Jump over there. Oh wait, it's a spin again. Perfect, I can heal. Quickly. Twice. And so good. Ah, I almost parried that. Dash. Don't just murder me here, please. Okay, that worked. One heal. Last phase. Yeah, I'm gonna read that in a second. I feel like I need to focus on life for just a moment. Like, actually, you don't even need to dash. Okay, you might need to dash if you're as slow as I am, but... Or like, going into fast, I guess. Ow. I'm doing terribly right now. It was such a great beginning in this. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Don't worry about it. I thought it was funny, okay? Hey, arrows are good. Dropped off a bunch of clothes at a thrift store. Okay, that's great. Ouch. I'm gonna focus on Hornet for just a moment because this has been more than the furthest I have been today. I've been struggling so much. I don't know why. Oh, got it, yeah. Oh wait. I would like you in one of the stun forms. I would like to heal. Okay, thanks. Quickly, twice. 3 times? Perfect. Okay, now I'm not actually worried about it anymore. Ah, those spikes. No. Yeah, I don't know. Something's off with me today. Ah. After all that practice, right? Like I did Zord practice yesterday. Beat him like 6 times in a row without losing a single time. And then I'm not even making it to Zord today. Yeah, he got it. Perfect. Okay. Shadow of traffic? Wow. That's unlucky. Anyway. Making progress. It's going to be the Guardian. Wait, how many bosses are missing? We have Guardian, Kin, No Eyes, Traitor Lord, White Defender. For some reason I do not remember fighting the White Defender. Soul Tyrant, Markov, Grey Prince. Yeah, okay. For some reason I just really struggled with my memory. I don't know why. But it's kind of powerful, of course, you know. Come on, do your shaky move. Easy. I mean, that's true. Now I'm prepared. That's true. To be fair, like I only did the attuned variant, not the standard one. So I'm guessing there's probably like a timing issue or like a difference there. I still don't really, like for with so many bosses, I don't know the difference between those two versions. Right, there like somewhere it's like really obvious when like the arena changes, for example. But I'm guessing it's just going to be like a stat kind of thing where like Zord probably has like more health. And it's like maybe faster? Like they seemed really easy comparatively, so might just be that. I have no idea though. would have to maybe fight like some of those bosses like as a side-to-side comparison like quickly after each other to just see if there's like an actual difference. Like count how many hits I need and stuff. Perfect. Oh yes. And yes, no eyes, obviously. Right, like my goal obviously for this week, because we might have 2 streams if I stream, obviously getting double hits, triple hit. If I... Okay, what did I want to say? Like obviously I had planned to stream on Thursday and I will probably continue with Hollow Knight with the way it's progressing. Gonna do like a few more practice rounds between streams, right? Like just the solo fights, because I don't actually want to do attempts and then like get stuck in the middle of one run and then have to stream, because otherwise, you know, it's not going to be on cam, basically. And like my goal is, before I can do like the, as I call it, like the hack tier list, I'm gonna call it. Right, before I can do that, I need to at least have seen the final boss of this Pantheon. And until then, I feel like I need to put in like a few more hours into Hollow Knight. And like preferably, I would obviously reach that boss either this week or like next. Can't really say if that's going to happen now. But the truth is, like after I beat, you know, Great Prince Zod, like most of the other bosses aren't that terrible. It's just going to be like the pure vessel, assuming that that's still a fight, yeah? Selling a bunch of stuff in the neighborhood flea market? Neat. Yeah. Like when it comes to old clothes, we oftentimes, like especially with clothes, we just have like those collection boxes every once in a while. And that's like where I'm getting rid of my old clothes for the most part. Obviously like not the ones like have holes or something like that, obviously I'm just gonna throw those away, but you know, the usable stuff. It's like such a weird fight for some reason. I don't know, like normally there are like a lot more of those slashes and a few of those spinny things? I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely. Okay, I've definitely fought the White Defender. I don't know why I'm always forgetting all the White Defender. Which is weird, because we are such great friends after all those fights we've had. But yeah, it's just kind of nice to have like a place. Like oftentimes it's not even about like, you know, all of the money at least, right? Like getting some money for it is obviously nice. But obviously a lot of the time it's just nice to not have to store all the stuff that you're not using anyway, right? Yeah, Doma Domo! Doma Doma yourself. Oh, how did I dash the wrong direction though? That's quite a skill. Hey. No. How do I forget the white poop man? Because like regular poop man I kinda remember. Just for some reason I just completely forgot that I had fought the White Defender. I just felt like kind of a gap in my memory constantly. Right, I knew that he existed, but for some reason I did not remember him, like fighting him in P5. That's like the weird thing about it. Oh yes, the spring. So nice to have the spring after the White Defender. No. Wash it all off, except for the stench, obviously. We can't really get rid of that, but otherwise, you know. Look at that. The dreams. Soul Tyrant. By the way, just like a question to you guys. Has the stream been lagging? Like FPS wise, I'm gonna call it, right? Like that the screen is like slightly stuttering every once in a while. Because like I've had like a lot of notifications that there were like some encoder issues. And I'm seeing those like on my second monitor kind of, and it's like kind of lagging. But I don't know how noticeable it is to people watching, because obviously what I'm seeing on my second monitor isn't like 100% accurate to that. I just hope that it's watchable, as always. It's kind of hard to check. Give door slaps. Been good since you joined? Okay, that's great to hear. I don't know, like, I actually restarted like my stream in the middle of the whole ordeal. Because all my fans were like running at 100% power basically, and I don't know why. It's like really atypical. Take that. Ouch. Getting hit here once is annoying. Okay. 2 slaps. Who's next, by the way? Oh yeah, Markov already. Well, going to be fun. As long as I'm full life. Like, the full life part is probably an issue. Like, actually the biggest issue is just that Markov and, you know, Zolt come like directly after each other, so... I feel like I'm missing something. Friends joining you for what? Wait. For the flea market? I feel like standing around for like hours would probably also be kind of boring outside of like social anxiety issues. But yeah. But it do be real, yeah. I'm just gonna focus here for a second because again, Markov, I hate him. I hate him so much. Ouch, I get stabbed. Spin around. Can I dodge like this? Yeah. It's like a terror position. I should have tried to pogo, I guess. Ah. Almost got him. I feel like the hitbox is like slightly off as to what I expect. Like his head is like slightly smaller than I assume. Maybe I'm just not allowed to hit his horns or something. Slap. Oh, come on. Okay, okay, that kind of worked. You're so happy that you let Zolt die. I still have to do that just for the achievement, right? Zolt, can I still beat you? Is my muscle memory there? I'm gonna focus for a second. Which means I'm not gonna focus for a second. Oh wait. For some reason I thought that move would have started somewhere else slightly. Ouch. Okay, here's the next thing I've started to do. I started, well, like stopped actually. Stopped pogoing off that one move. Because I've learned that I'm just dying if I do that, basically. Because every single time I do, he's just bouncing at the end. And that just kills me, basically, right? Like, or at least hits me. In a way that I don't like. Focus. Next phase. Gonna heal here twice. Okay, that was too much. Oh wait. Don't know why I did that, but hey. Easy peasy. See? I just had to do the practice run once. That was like one of the most hated HK bosses. I can see why I really dislike him. Ouch. Obviously that happened. Did you start running? Did you always run? Okay, I'm gonna focus here. I didn't turn around. That's silly. Oh. Second one. Third one. Okay. Gotta heal. Failed champion, and this is, you know, it's already been the furthest I've gotten, I'm guessing. Oh no. Oh no, I have to do that fight. Ouch. I am not prepared for Nightmare King Grim anymore. And this is kind of what I talked about earlier. Right, like regular Grimathy has been fine, but like Nightmare form is going to be fun. Oh. Okay, that's like still how you're doing that one. Oh wait, I completely forgot about that move. I completely forgot that this move exists. Right, it's been so long. Come on, do something easy to dodge. Okay, that was just stupid. Rip me! Anyway. I've actually made progress there, like a lot more than I expected. I did not expect Nightmare King Grim there. After they weren't in the previous fight. So I know what I have to practice now. But again, like my stream has just been lagging and some issues are happening on my PC, and also I've been streaming a little bit. I will do a little bit of a practice run. By the way, did I press the button? I should have 16 deaths, yeah, okay. I did press the button. Doing fine, I guess. I just have to do a Grey Prince, not Grey Prince, or Nightmare King Grim like once or twice. And once I do that, I will probably be able to fight that one next time. Next time is going to be Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not feel up to practicing, you know, Grim at the moment. Just this exact moment right now, just because I had like a weird day. I mean, it was a decent attempt, I have to say. Like, for being there, like, it's been so long since I fought this guy, and for some reason, I completely forgot some of his moves, so that is obviously part of the issue there, right? Even though now that I've seen it, I completely remember how I got destroyed by that move every once in a while. Even though it's like not that hard, I just remember like dashing towards him and then slapping him from like the bottom and trying to get around those pillars of fire, basically, right? Anyway, still, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be, you know, jumping out of here. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. Again, I'm gonna continue this on Thursday, probably. Depends on how much prep time I have to prepare for my Pathfinder campaign, which is Friday. I will probably just have to do the work a little bit earlier. I just, you know, suck at time management. So, anyway, yeah, once the muscle memory kicks in, it's, you know, it's just done. I'm gonna do like a few practice runs off screen, or like off stream, and I might do like 1 or 2 next stream, like in the beginning, depending on how I feel. Otherwise, I'm just gonna jump straight back into P5, and then hopefully will be in like a better, like, I'm gonna call it like mental state. Like, I talked about this earlier in stream. I had the weirdest experience while exercising where I basically lost my complete sense of balance for like a minute or so, and I've been feeling sick ever since, and that wasn't fun. I don't know, it just wasn't the right headspace because of it. I'm gonna blame that, not my skill issues, trust me, it's totally that, not the other one. So, anyway. We will talk again Thursday, I hope. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your week, and whatever. We'll be seeing each other, and till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.